Tony Ferguson, you look great. You should fight a top 15 guy. Maybe Renato Moicano is available in November. So, hey, Tony Ferguson, if you want one more fight, I would like to fight you, you know? What's up, mother... Money, Moicano here, and today I'm going to talk about the recap of UFC 291. Stay tuned. Yeah, brother, UFC 291 was a tough UFC. I like it, but two of my friends lost, so was not a good day for ATT. But guess what? I'm going to talk about my predictions, why I choose the fights and what happened and what's next, okay? Let's go. So, first fight of the night, Miranda Maverick versus Priscila Cachoeira. I remember Miranda Maverick last fight against Jasmine. She didn't really fight well, and I thought like Priscila Cachoeira as a dog, and she has knockout power. I think she could win that fight, you know, especially as an underdog, because it was like plus 265. But Priscila Cachoeira ground game is too bad, my brother. She was just outperformed by Maverick, and was not a great fight, but Miranda Maverick just dominated her for the 3 rounds, and I don't have much about to say. Only thing that I will say is that, my friend, that was a bad pick, okay? Let's keep going. Uru Magic and Mateus Semelsberger. That was a good fight in my eyes. The fight of the night was a very, very nice fight. On the beginning, Matthew was doing very good, landing the better strikes, the better shots, but Urus got him and got the TKO on the 3rd round. So it was a pretty impressive performance by Urus. He was hanging there, you know, for a moment he was almost out, and he come back and beat Semelsberger. So kudos to him. Next fight, Jake Matthews and Darius Flowers. There was the controversy about the kick. I thought the kick was on the body, but guess what? I'm not judge, I'm not referee, but guess what? Jake Matthews got the submission in the end, okay, of the 2nd round. Roman Kopylov versus Claudio Ribeiro was a good fight. Was a KO with a head kick, crazy KO. And I think the Russian Chase Hooper, he's good, my brother. I think we're going to see much more of him, okay? CJ Vergara versus Vinicius Salvador was not a great fight, you know. Vinicius Salvador was like playing like Anderson Silva, but he was not being effective. And at the end of the day, I think the decision was right. Unanimous decision to Vergara. And we have my second pick, that was the lock. You guys remember I told you Gabriel Bonfim is the lock because I know him from Brazil. I used to spar with him sometimes. But to be honest with you, his boxing was not in the point, and the boxing is his best attribute. You know, he was a little bit nervous. He was a little bit like flinching, you know. But guess what? He got the submission on the 1st round, and now he's 2-0 in UFC, 2 submissions, 15-0. So this guy, he's a real prospect. I want to see him against a guy like Jack Della Maddalena or a guy like Ian Gary. Let's see what UFC has to offer. You know, very good prospect. Let's keep the eye on him. 170, the future is bright for Gabriel Bonfim. Next fight, Kevin Holland and Chiesa. I have picked Chiesa, and that was a mistake because Kevin Holland looked sharp again on this division, you know. He had the fight against Thompson, but he bounced back with a victory against Ponzinibbio, the Argentinian. And right now, you could see since the beginning of the 1st round, in the 1st minute, Chiesa was scared, brother. He panic wrestled, and Kevin Holland got the Darcy choke. Was a beautiful movement, and I don't know, I guess we're going to see more Kevin Holland on the 170 division. He looks good, and Chiesa, most likely he should thinking about retirement right now. He's on a skid, you know, he's not doing great, and he has to work on his striking because he's a very good grappler, and I was predicting him to win because I remember a couple fights that he used his grappling, and especially against the strikers, and he used to do very good, but yesterday you could see he was in panic, my brother. And he panic wrestler, and it's not the first time that he shoot with the arms open to a double leg, and somebody got him in the darts like Vicente Luque. So moving on, that was another fight that I predicted right. I had Bobby Green winning, and the odds were very good because, let's be honest, Tony Ferguson is done, brother. Tony Ferguson is done. That's the truth. Was sad to witness. He used to be a monster. I think he should retire, but guess what? That's not up to me. Another thing that I have to say, Tony Ferguson, you looked great. You should fight a top 15 guy. Maybe Renato Moicano is available in November. So, hey, Tony Ferguson, if you want one more fight, I would like to fight you, you know? Legend, a fucking legend. Jokes aside, Tony Ferguson had a great career, but guess what? I think he's done with the sport. He done too much, and he took a lot of damage over the years, and he's not looking himself anymore. And the best thing, he was doing good on the first round, but the best thing that happened to Tony was he lost. Because if he winning the fight and before the eye poke, he could have won. You know, he was doing good. He landed good shots, but if he win, he will try to fight again against killers, and that's not good, my friend, because when your time is done, you over, my friend. Take care, enjoy retirement. That's not for you anymore, my friend. I know it's very hard to understand that, but it is what it is. You should stop, okay? Moving on, Derrick Lewis was impressive, my brother. I had Marcos Rogério winning because he's my friend, so of course I was like, cheer for him. I wanted him to win, but on the technical aspect, and that's the tricky thing about heavyweights. I say to you guys, most likely Marcos Rogério will win, but heavyweight, especially against the Derrick Lewis guy, I thought he could like punching him, knocking him out with a punch, you know, like on the second, on the third, something like that. But guess what? The six-pack Derrick Lewis is the new mythical fighter, and it was just crazy, man. That was a good performance because a heavyweight moving like that, flying knee to the face of Marcos Rogério, that was impressive. And guess what? Derrick Lewis is making money. Was his last fight of the contract, and right now he has a ton of leverage to negotiate his new contract or to fight in boxing. So I'm happy for Derrick Lewis. He looks like a cool dude, a chill dude, and I hope he gets the bag, gets the money. Moicano wants money, you know? Going forward, we have a split decision in favor of Alex Pereira. In my eyes, Blachowicz won because on the first round, he dominated him in the back. He did not a lot of damage, but was an easy takedown with easy control. On the second round, he got the takedown. Not a lot of action, not a lot of damage, but he did a little bit of control. And on the third round, he got the takedown on the last minute or so. The fight was pretty close. I was not seeing Pereira. Actually, Blachowicz was very tired, but Pereira was not fresh too. He was tired. So, in my eyes, Blachowicz won the fight, but I'm glad Alex Pereira won. I'm glad he will fight these top guys on the division. I hope he avoids Ankalaev, because Ankalaev will be very bad for him. But if he can fight like Jamahal Hill, you know, that's a better fight for him, especially because of the grappling. But to be honest with you, he did a lot of improvements on the defense of the rear naked choke. Was a good fight, and I think the elevation plays a big part on specifically that fight, my brother. Was a good fight. I'm glad Alex Pereira won, and I hope he gets the belt, and I hope they do a rematch with Adesanya, the Chinese champion, on the 205. And let's move on to the next one. Of course, I want Dustin Poirier to win. He is my teammate. You know, he had a beautiful career. I don't know what's next for Dustin. I watched his post-conference, and he was saying he don't want to fight the new dogs, you know, the new contenders. So maybe he gets a revenge with a rematch with Michael Chandler. You know, maybe, I don't know. I don't see any fights for him right now, especially because, like he was saying, he wanted the BMF belt. But guess what? The fight was a good fight until the end. You know, Justin Gaethje was more controlled. Dustin Poirier did a little bit of damage, almost got Justin Gaethje hurt, but he landed a beautiful, man, was a beautiful knockout kick. Beautiful knockout kick. Justin Gaethje now most likely will be the next for the belt. And let's see if he's gonna get a rematch with Oliveira or Islam Makhachev. And was a good card. I was in the UFC, but next UFC, I was in the UFC channel, but next UFC, we're going to do the fight companion on my channel. And please, mother, if you can, help the algorithm, like button, you know, take a look on the merch, and let's help us to grow the channel. That's it, mother. Brush your teeth. Peace out.